You probably wouldn't have noticed her. Nobody did. She was just the waitress moving back and forth in that old diner, sneakers squeaking every few steps. Her apron always had the same stubborn coffee stain, her hair tied back quick, like she didn't have time to care. People barely looked at her face, except maybe to wave for a refill. That night felt like any other. The neon sign outside flickered, buzzing like a broken insect, half the letters dark. Inside, the air carried a heavy mix of grease, burnt toast and coffee that had been sitting too long. The floor tiles were cracked in places, sticky in others. Menus had water rings, and the jukebox gave off a low hum even when nobody played it. A few regulars sat in the corner booth, louder than they needed to be. They'd been tossing jokes at her all night. Cheap laughs, nothing clever. She ignored them, or at least tried. Her rag moved in circles on the counter, over the same spot again and again, even though it was already clean. Then one of the men leaned back, smirk on his face, and pointed at the upright piano by the window. It was old, dusty, one leg uneven, a couple of keys chipped. I had never seen anyone touch it, not once. "Play us a song," he called out. The others burst into laughter, the kind that fills a room even when no one else finds it funny. I expected her to walk away, but she didn't. She froze, rag still in her hand, shoulders stiff. Her eyes flicked toward the piano like she'd been caught staring at it before. Then slowly, she set the rag down and started walking. The diner shifted. Conversations trailed off. Even the cook leaned out from the kitchen, wiping his hands on a greasy towel, eyebrows raised. Her steps weren't steady, more like she was forcing herself forward. A chair scraped as someone moved to watch better. She sat, fingers hovering over the chipped keys, breathing shallow. The first note squeaked, harsh and flat. Someone chuckled under their breath. The second note was cleaner. And then her hands began to move. Music filled the diner, not hesitant, not broken, alive. Her left hand rolled out deep chords, steady and strong, while her right hand raced across the higher keys. The melody shifted from soft to sharp, pulling everyone with it. It overpowered the buzz of the neon sign, the clatter of dishes in the sink, even the sound of a truck rumbling outside. People stared, completely still. One guy dropped his spoon into his bowl with a splash that made him jump. Another scrambled for his phone, fumbling so badly he nearly dropped it. A woman near the door pressed a napkin to her face, eyes shining. The music wasn't perfect. One key stuck, and she pressed harder, adjusting, but that made it even more real. When she finally lifted her hands, the silence was heavy, like the room itself had stopped breathing. Then came the clapping, messy, uncoordinated, but loud and real. Cheers, whistles, people standing up from their booths. The same group that mocked her were now the loudest. She blushed, cheeks red, offered a small nod and rushed back behind the counter as if none of it mattered. But it did. By morning, the video was everywhere. Headlines called her the hidden pianist. Millions watched, replayed, shared. Music schools reached out, offers came in. Her life, once so invisible, was suddenly unavoidable. She wasn't just the girl with squeaky sneakers anymore. She was the girl who made a broken piano sing. And maybe that's the part that lingers. If a gift like hers could hide in plain sight for so long, how many others are still waiting? And when they finally step forward, what will the world hear next?